Hi guys, this is a video in which me and Naheeda will talk about how we told our parents and how we came out to the parents and sort of went on about that. She'll be here, she's just...
Hi guys!
She was there the whole time.
Hey guys!
Hey guys.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be filming like a story time type of video. We're going to be answering questions
from you guys.
I've been asked quite a few times, quite a lot actually, like on my social media pages. People wanted to know how we told our parents, what their reactions were. You've got a bit of, like, I don't know, like something there. It's better. How we told our parents and how they took it, because obviously I'm Bengali, Muneef is Pakistani, and people just, you know, wondering how, you know, our mixed cultures.
A lot of you are probably going through the same thing. That's probably...
Yeah, we weren't sure whether we wanted to answer it or not, but I'm frequently getting quite a lot of questions and DMs from people asking for advice. So we thought, let's just tell everyone, and hopefully you guys will get something out of our experience, and yeah, we'll be happy to share it with you guys.
Right.
So I think we'll start off with like when we decided to tell our parents. We decided to tell our parents that we found someone after about 8 months of knowing each other. What did you say it was 8 months? Yeah, it was about 8 months. And I think the reason we decided then was we wasn't like ready to get married then and there at that time, because Muneef was still at university. I was obviously not ready to just be like, okay, right, mum, I want to get married, see ya. No, but we'd known each other for 8 months, and we didn't want to
Look, it's not that, it's just we knew what was, you know.
We knew we wanted to get married.
So, yeah.
We knew we wanted to get married like a year later, but we thought, let's tell our parents so they're aware and we're not like sneaking around. It felt like the really right thing to do.
For the parents to know.
And I'm glad we did, because it's the right thing to do.
And alhamdulillah, do you know what? They took it very well. No problems whatsoever.
You're skipping.
Am I?
You are skipping.
Okay. So I went home.
I think we both discussed it. We was like, should we just tell our parents that, you know, we like each other, and obviously one day we want to get married, because, you know, we're both older. Like, we're not school, you know, we're not teenagers. We don't want to be like running around and like meeting each other. It's it doesn't feel right. It just didn't feel right, and not like we did anyway, because we'd see each other about once a fortnight. Because you were studying, he was doing his dissertation. I was working in Hatfield, which is 2 hours away from my house, and then 2 hours back. So there wasn't even time to meet anyway. So I think from the get-go, I think from the start, I was pretty clear with Muneef what my intentions were. I said, you know, I want to meet someone, and eventually I want to get married. Right. So we spoke for about 8 months, and then we just decided, so we told parents. So this was like the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever had to do. I was so embarrassed. And when I think about it, I get like, even now, I feel like nervous about it, even though it's already happened. So, I think you told your parents first.
I just went up, they were in the living room, and I went in front of the TV, I just said, yeah, I want to get married.
Just like that?
And they were like, what?
So, Muneef was texting me, he was like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I was like, how are you going to do it? How are you just going to say it? And he was like, they need to be drinking tea. They just need to be drinking tea. And I was like, okay. So, I was like, have you done it? He was like, no, they're not drinking tea yet. And I think it got to about 8 PM, and he was like, do you know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to like beat around the bush. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to go up there and say, I want to get married. And that's exactly what he did. He went upstairs and he just stood there, and he was like,
getting married. I want to get married. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's
joys.
It. And what did they say?
It's just over the moon, isn't it? Just like, what? You know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But alhamdulillah, you know, parents are cool about it. No problems.
What did they say? Did they ask where I'm from?
Yeah, obviously then, you know, that stuff happened, like, oh, where's she from, this and that, and I said she's from Bangladesh, and
what was their reaction to that?
The reaction, it wasn't that bad. I think my parents, they're well read, so it's like, they know about the culture, especially living in London, right? You can't be, you've got to be different. You can't think. So the fact that they did it, I know parents who don't. So, and I think I got lucky. I got very lucky.
But what did they say? What was their reaction when you said I'm Bengali?
Just they were excited. They just wanted to see the pictures and stuff like that. And
they showed them pictures of my red hair, my bright red hair. I remember I was annoyed with that. It's like, what are they gonna say? I've got red hair.
And then what was it like?
They didn't get.
And then what? A few months later, we had a nikah. So yeah, it was
not a few months later.
Right.
It was about 7 months later.
For all of those, like, guys, you know, I mean.
I didn't say my story.
Right.
You're like jumping to the end.
Am I jumping to the end?
Okay. So is that it? Is that it? So everyone was happy.
Alhamdulillah, that was it. Yeah,
they were all cool. So I remember I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I was so nervous. And I can't even say it because I'm just thinking about the day. I was sitting right there and I was like, my mum was cooking in the kitchen. She was cooking. I thought I'd catch her watching EastEnders or something so I could just sit down and just like talk to her. But she was just in the kitchen cooking. So I just went up to her and I was like, and casually I was just like, Mum, what would you do if I wanted to get married before offer money? Which is my sister. She's older. She's 1 year older than me. And she's
wasn't offer money in for those Urdu speaking people? It's a sister, big sister.
It's a sweet way of saying it. So instead of offer, it's offer money. Money is sweet. So so I was just like, what would you say if I wanted to get married before offer money? Yeah. And then she was like, yeah, go on then. Because she thought I was joking. I was like, and then I said, okay, what would you do if I said I found someone? Trying to put on the brave face. And she was like, and then she just stopped what she was doing. She was like, have you found someone? I was like, maybe. And then she was like, and her face like, I think she also like, I don't know, like her face went red or something. I don't know, but Mum was like, got all serious and she was like, have you really? I was like, yeah. And then I was so embarrassed because it was basically me telling my mum that I want to get married, and then I think she did not expect it at all, and I went bright red, and oh my god, I think I don't know, it was a bit of a we were both like got a bit like emotional, but like not openly, but like inside I'm sure we were both feeling the same thing, and we were just like, oh my god, she wants to get married, and she wasn't expecting it, and I just like told her. Anyway, so after she like processed it, I think it took her overnight. She did say, I'm gonna have to go to sleep and just like, you know, because I was like, oh, I want to know, I want to know. So then she was like, okay, what's his name? Where's he from? What does he do? And then I said, he's not Bengali. And then I think she was expecting that you weren't Bengali, because I think
she was
from a long time she knew that. I don't know. She just thought, you know, because we go to school, we work, we mix with so many different like people. It's inevitable, like this day and age. It's very likely that you will find a Muslim which is like not from the same, you know, country as you. But yeah, no, I didn't like purposely go out looking for a Pakistani. It just happened. So, but she kind of expected that he wouldn't be Bengali. So and then I said, he's Asian, but he's not Bengali. She was like, okay, then where from? And I was like, guess. And then she was like, India. And then she said, no. And then she said, and then she was like, Turkish. She named every single country but Pakistan. And I was like, oh my god, he's Pakistani. She was like, oh, really? I think because it's so close to home, so close to Bangladesh, she didn't think that you would choose a rival. She was just like Turkish, Iranian, Somalian. She was just like everything. She even said Chinese at one point. Yeah. And then she was like, okay, and they showed a picture, and I shouldn't even ask her a picture. I think she was so overwhelmed. She went to bed, and then I was feeling awkward, like waking up the next morning, like what we're gonna say. And then she was like, okay, so and then she started to ask me questions. Anyway, so my mum, I said to her mum, I said, Mum, I like this guy. I want you to meet the guy, meet his family. Let me know what you think of him. If you don't like him, I won't marry him. No, I'm serious, because it's really important that my mum liked you.
Of course. And
you know, I can like you, but I won't see everything, because when you like someone, you're clouded by maybe their negative parts of them.
No, of course.
So I wanted my mum to make the judgment, and I wanted it to be her decision, because if she's happy, then I'm happy, and then nothing else matters. Now, my mum was happy, and eventually she started to tell our immediate family, because our immediate family were very close, and we also live very close to one another as well. So she told everyone. Alhamdulillah, most people were very happy with it. They were shocked. They didn't think I was ready to get married, probably because they were expecting my sister to get married first. And with all cultures, especially I'm going to talk about Bengali culture. With all Bengali families, there is always that one person who disagrees with everything, whether it's who you want to marry, what job you want to get, what house you want to buy, everything.
Saying that.
No. There's always that one person, and in our family we did get that one person. We got two people who were against it. They weren't happy because they thought, why are you getting married to a Pakistani? He should be Bengali. We should keep it within our culture. Yeah, so they weren't happy, but there's nothing you can do about that. There are always people who, older generation people who just don't get it. They just stick to what they know, and they're afraid to maybe, go outside the box. But my mum was happy with it. So as long as my mum was happy with it, then I was absolutely fine, and no one can really say anything. And anyone that has, negative opinions, it doesn't really matter. As long as your parents are happy, then everything should be fine. No one can really say anything. But yeah, no, but everyone else, I took it really well, and I was so excited. Was that my phone going off? And put it on silent. Yeah, but I think a lot of girls have been messaging me as well, asking about how did they take it, because they probably know the reaction from their parents or older generation will probably be quite negative. Maybe they're worried, maybe they've met.
Your nan was happy with it.
Yes, so yes, we told my nan. So my nan passed away in January.
Almost a year.
So the day that they were supposed to come for the rishta,
Oui.
she was ill. She went to hospital, and so we cancelled you guys coming over to see us, and your parents said let's go anyway to the hospital to see her nan, and so we told my nan that they're coming. She was really excited to see him. She just kept on saying, can I see photos of him? Can I see photos of him? She was like, the first thing she said was, he's Pakistani. How am I going to speak to him? I can't speak English. That was the only thing she was worried about. But then in the end she was like, it's fine, if you're happy, and so alhamdulillah, you got to see my nan. Yeah, so you saw my nan, and then yeah. But yeah, she was happy as well, so she gave us her blessing. Yeah.
Yeah. She was happy with it. No, don't.
If you are Bengali or any other race, and you have found somebody that you like who is not from the same country, and you're worried to tell your parents, I would say, let's say you've got a mum and a dad, who are you closest to more? Maybe speak to them first and tell them. So for example, if you're really close to your mum, tell your mum, and then your dad can tell then your mum can tell your dad. If you're close to your dad, tell your dad first, and then your dad can then tell your mum, if you don't want to just tell them both, because it's nerve-wracking. It could be a little bit embarrassing. It is, and because it's a life-changing thing, telling your parents that you want to get married, and it's a really brave thing to do as well. A lot of people, they just don't tell their parents. They'll just say, okay, fine, I'll get an arranged marriage, or even worse, they might just run away with the guy. And I think communication is the key to everything you do in life. If you don't have a great relationship with your parents, so you feel like you can't talk to them, if you've got a sibling, talk to your sibling. I told my sister before I told my mum, not because I have a brilliant relationship with my mum, but my sister's my sister. We tell each other everything, like we tell each other our secrets, what my mum doesn't know. So I told her, and she actually met Muneef beforehand, because I even told her, can you meet him, tell me what you think, and she was like, oh, he's a lovely guy, he's a lovely guy. So then that gave me the courage to tell my mum. So yeah, find someone in your family that you can talk to, and then get some advice from them, and then just break it to your parents, because if you don't do it, then you'll kick yourself for not doing it. So I'm glad I did. Obviously at the time I was like, I do not want to do this. But it just had to be done. Otherwise we would have carried on just like meeting each other and just like, you know.
Faffing about.
I don't know what you mean by faffing about. If you mean eating, because that's all we ever do, even till now, all we ever do, we just eat. Yes, to tell your parents. And if you're worried about what they're going to say, about them not being from the same country, like what would you say to, like what's your advice, what would you say? Because it does happen, I know.
Pray.
Yes.
Pray.
If I would...
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to jump to religion. That's what I do anyway.
Yeah, no. I was going to say something.
Listen, if your deen is strong, you know about your religion.
Maybe before telling your parents,
educate your
I
parents
would suggest, if you've decided, right, I've met this person, I really want to marry them, before telling your parents, I would suggest doing istikhara.
Yeah.
So you know.
That's, yeah.
So you kind of get your answer as well. So before telling your parents, do that.
Yeah, do the istikhara for the person.
Do the istikhara.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I did it. You did it.
Yeah.
We saw good things and...
Not so, I mean...
No, we didn't see anything. We did.
You don't see anything.
I didn't say anything negative. I didn't say anything negative, to put it that way. So then it kind of gave me the courage to then tell my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would definitely pray.
Talk to your parents. If they don't listen, they most likely listen.
Read up on it as well. I mean, because
exactly,
our parents are from a different generation from us. You know.
No, saying that, my parents like they were cool.
I know, but
listen, people.
Alhamdulillah, his parents are very cool. They're very chill. But not all parents are like your parents. Not all parents are like your parents. My mum's very lenient. Not everyone's like that.
If they don't know, it's about time you go educating them and also educate yourself on the matter. Read up on it and go ask your moms and stuff like that. Like they'll give you.
You can also call the Islamic Sharia Council if you want to, because they're very good with anything you don't know.
Yeah,
they're very good. Anything you're unsure of, do your Google research. Islam QA is an amazing website.
Yeah.
It's the only one I refer to if I'm stuck on anything. It's trusted.
It's pretty good.
It's very good. And then don't just look on the internet. Also call the ISC, Islamic Sharia Council, and then talk to close family if you've got any siblings.
Friends, like good friends.
Get advice from people. Don't just like keep it within yourself, and don't be like, oh, I just met someone, I really want to marry him and I want to run away with him and keep it, because then you'll just start doing things that you're not supposed to do, like run away, you know?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. If anyone wants any advice, message me, DM me. I'm happy to give you my advice. But just talk to people and just know, just
talk in it. Just say it. Just speak to someone. Speak to them.
I don't know how to say it, but just think about it, because we were talking for 8 months. So we were both thinking about it in that 8 months. We weren't just like, oh, let's go out to cinema and stuff. We were thinking about it constantly. We'd talk about it and just say, you know, is this what you want? Are you ready to get married within the next year? Are we on the same page? You know, do we share the same interests and stuff? Because it's not just about fancying someone and thinking, oh, they're so good looking, I want to get married. After you get married, you have to live with that person. We're not living together. We're going to live together when we have our wedding. We've had our nikah, but you know, if I just marry you based on your looks, what's it going to be after the wedding? I might not share the same interests as you. You know, you have to look beyond that. You just need to
do tell your parents and respect them.
Respect.
Just if they're the type that don't understand, then maybe like go and speak to like
I think this video is for people with parents that don't understand. Or with like, not even that, I think some parents are maybe
you speak to your daddy, dada,
but then you have like nanny and nana and stuff like that. Guys. But then they might be the ones that are backwards and then think, oh no, they're not.
Usually they're the ones who basically like are okay with it. They get to a certain age and they're like, you know what?
Don't be secretive about it. I think that's the main thing. If you talk to people and make them understand, or get someone to make them understand, if you can't articulate it in the way that you want to, like if you're not that practicing and you've read about it but you feel uncomfortable with telling them, oh, Islam says this, Islam says that, get someone else to tell them, and hopefully inshallah they'll understand. Let your parents. This isn't just advice for Muslims as well. It's for you know, other people can take something from it as well. Like you could be Hindu, Christian, whatever. You know, speak to the elders. They're cool with it. They'll be alright with it. Yeah.
And all in due time, you know. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
But as I said, if you guys want any advice, feel free to message me. I'm happy to give you my advice. I hope we kind of sort of answered the questions and you got what you were looking for. If we've missed anything out, ask us, just comment below, and like and subscribe if you do like our videos. We want to do more story times and tell you more things.
The next video that's coming up.
Yes, we're about to film a Bean Boozled challenge, so get ready for that. Woo woo! So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll be uploading that later on this week. But I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Why are you doing that?
That's the thing. Thumbnail.
Thumbnail? Why is that our thumbnail?
Just do it. No, you don't have to do it.
Oh.
Just me. Because I'm being weird.